serves to amplify the excitement of the folks in New Orleans as their Saints burst from the tunnel a moment ago. They're set, and we're set as well as the Saints get ready to do battle with the Miami Dolphins. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. On first down, Gibson. The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's third down.
Nice job there defensively. A great time to dial up a blitz.
And give him credit under center instead of throwing it away. Actually a pretty good job of getting past the line of scrimmage, not losing yardage. And I don't think this is the script they had in mind for their opening drive. This is third and long. Back to throw. Gibson. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. They do get 18, but even that won't be quite enough. It's fourth down.
There's another example what defensive coaches constantly preach, not allowing any run after the catch. They give up a few more yards than they wanted to, but they were able to get him down quickly and force a fourth down.
And in their own territory, needing only a few inches, they're going to line up to go for this thing on fourth down. They run. It's Kamara. Kamara's got the first down and then some. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. It's a big play there on fourth down.
I'm laughing because I'm not so sure I would have made this call. I'm not so sure I would have said, yeah, let's go ahead and get this one, especially at this point of the game. But give him credit. He had a feeling and carried it through.
Yeah, that's one where you think, okay, if you're down, 2 minutes left, the ball's near midfield, you go for it. But in this stage, at that part of the field, but like you said, it worked. Well, at first down, they run with Kamara. He'll take it forward for about 3 yards. Second down coming up. Well, you know, this club, there were some reports earlier in the week, and most have heard this by now, the so-called unnamed sources that were saying, all is not rosy in that locker room. There's whispers that one or two guys, CD, have kind of had enough of how things are going and have been going. How would you handle that as a coach?
Well, you and I both know all the coaches that we've dealt with and come in contact with. They'd love to get their hands on those unnamed sources, wouldn't they? But they know that that's not possible, so I think they've got to go in there and make sure that this isn't a distraction.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Xavier Howard. And the Dolphins are going to get the football here as they force the INT on the game's opening drive. Well, that is a quick lesson on how difficult this defense is to throw against. An interception on their initial drive of the ball game.
Now we know why their offensive staff spent the entire week awake trying to prepare for this one, because you can't totally shy away from throwing the football, but at the same time, you're looking at them and going, where are the weaknesses? How are we going to move it?
Well, the top defenses in the NFL for a reason. We just saw one example right there. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. They fake the handoff. Now Tua out to his left. Underneath to Spiller. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40.
Well, he was a busy man out of the backfield a week ago. They got him the ball early and often. I have no doubt in my mind that he'll be a big part of the game plan here as well.
Off of play action. Tagovailoa. He's got it. It's Spiller. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. A big play there for the Dolphins. And I think that's a pretty good illustration of why they try to get the football into his hands out of the backfield. That was something else. They'll give to Spiller. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. On 2nd and goal, they'll give it to him again. And this time he is in. Yes. A great play there with his 16th touchdown of the year. And the Dolphins are going to take a first-quarter lead. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They are currently mired in a losing streak. Now they get the short week for the Thursday night game. Do you see that as a potential positive, or is this just more in what has been really a string of bad luck for them?
Well, to me, it comes down to leadership, and leadership's got to spin it into a positive and make it an advantage for them. Yes, we're in a losing streak. Yes, no one thinks we can win, but we have the resources we need right here in this room. Let's go ahead and play better. Let's hang together and shock the world a little bit. Put it all together, they've got a chance of coming out with a W.
58 yards rushing for him now as he has gotten the night off to a hot start. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Six yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. They'll run it here with Bowden. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
And this is why aggressive defense coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
On the ground, it's Bowden. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. The offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. Off the play fake, Gibson. Open man, it's Preston Williams. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. Here's Bowden. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
And he'll find his way down right around the 12. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
3rd and 2.
The Saints on 3rd down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. Here it's 3rd and 2. Here's Kamara trying to run for it. And he's able to pick up the first down before he's tackled right at the 10.
It's a gain of 2. That's another Saints first down.
Oh, how about this on 1st and goal? And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
Leads to 2nd and goal at the Dolphins' 9-yard line.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And he's going to be dropped back at the 15-yard line. And not a good time for the sack on 2nd and goal. A loss of 6. And now it's 3rd down. They run with Bowden. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. It'll be a gain of 12, but it will also lead to 4th down. Out now is the field goal unit for New Orleans. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. And Lutz's kick is good. So a long drive gets him down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They come off a victory over the weekend, but now the quick turnaround here for this Thursday night game. How does that affect how teams like this approach these short turnarounds?
Well, wins and losses always factor into, how you're getting ready for the next game. But equally as important when you have the short turnaround, what is your injury situation? Are you losing key guys? And if so, how well have the backups prepared for this? Because you don't have much time to get them ready. They have to be ready before this week in order to play well in this game.
Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. I'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. Now a play fake. Here's Tagovailoa. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
Play action. Now it's Tua. And complete. Spiller out of the backfield. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A big play that time on the catch and run.
A lot of times the key is just get him the ball and let him do his thing, and they got it out to him on the left side, and he did exactly that. Excellent run after the catch.
Here's Spiller. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
On play action, here's Tua. Oh, looking for Waddle, but it's intercepted. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with a pick. And the Saints will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line. So this is something we didn't see at all from this offense in the victory last week. That's a turnover. They didn't have any, but giving the ball away here in the opening quarter.
I love the surprise in your voice because it's exactly what you stated. Didn't see it last week, but it's a key to their win. And it'll be a key to this game as well, protecting the football. Didn't get it done there.
Flushed it, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. Looking to throw on second down. Gibson. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, as we get ready for third down, let's go back and recap here. The sack on the first play of this drive, that threw a wrench in what they were trying to accomplish because they were compelled to throw the ball on second down. A running play was not in the works. And that incompletion set up another passing down here on third and long.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Now a handoff. Here's Kamara. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. The Dolphins going to take their second timeout as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number one. And on fourth down, on is the punt team sending this one away. And now where will the side judge stop his walk? That's the question. He says it crossed out of bounds at about the 17-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And with a 7-3 lead, we'll see how aggressive they want to be. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. It's caught by Mike Evans. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. The big play has them all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. Going to the air, Tagovailoa. He's letting this one go for Fuller. And that is incomplete.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield. But that's okay because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
He's letting this one go for Fuller. And this is caught. And he's in for the touchdown on the final play of the first half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done?
Sanders now to add the extra point. And this one's right through to make it a 14-3 ball game. So we've reached halftime here, and it's the visiting Dolphins taking a lead to the locker room. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Dolphins in front, and they'll be in possession of the football first as the second half gets started. No run back here to begin the half, and we will start at the 25-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more because I thought in the first half it didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
Tagovailoa working out of the gun. Dumps it off for Spiller. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
He's going to go for a big play downfield. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 19. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line. That is just what this defense was hoping for, an interception on the opening possession of this third quarter.
Obviously didn't want to surrender a touchdown and fall even farther behind. And we've gotten to know this team a little bit, haven't we? Couldn't you just see their defensive leaders telling the offensive guys, telling the quarterback, don't worry, we got you to start things off. You take it from there.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And they just got a little help from their defense forcing the turnover. Now can they make that pay off in points?
They need to, partner. They're down on the scoreboard. Need to take advantage of those opportunities, and this is a good one right in front of them.
But the passing windows are just not there, and that's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over them.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down.
Timing is so important on a route like this because he's going to line up out right and then cut straight across the field. I think the ball might have come out a count or two too late because by the time he was able to secure it, not much of a chance to turn it upfield.
They'll try and run for it. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. They'll try it again with Bowden. And this will wind up as Saints' 1st down as he's got this up to the 45-yard line.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive they went 3 and out.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Now a 1st down carry. It's Kamara. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Again, it's Kamara. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. That's going to go down as a loss of 5. And it brings up 3rd down. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn 1 here in this 3rd quarter. Seventh play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Looking to throw. Gibson. That's to his running back. It's Alvin Kamara. And he's got another 1st down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 26.
Now what we're seeing, this is much better from this offense because so far in this game, no touchdown to this point. And what's usually a direct correlation? Very few explosive plays. That's been their issue. Not able to make that big shot downfield or break one off. But a nice game there for a 1st down.
Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. He's at the 40. The 20. 10. 5. And this is brought all the way back. A fumble recovery and taken to the house for a Miami touchdown. The offense, they've had some sloppy moments. Sloppy there again on that one, and it could be the backbreaker.
From a defensive perspective, if the offense is going to be sloppy, you've got to take advantage of that, and that's what they've done all game long.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the lead is up to 18 now. So here's the kickoff now as he'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. Pulls it in at the 13. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And that last possession, really a gut punch. You seemingly had it working. You were in the midst of a very strong drive, then suddenly the fumble, and you're watching the back of a defender's jersey as he brings it all the way in the other direction.
There's not much more I can add to that. I thought you summarized it perfectly, partner. You just got to regroup and start putting another drive together. That's all you can do.
Well, thanks for joining us here on a Thursday night in the NFL. Third quarter, 2nd and 10 coming up. Throwing again. Gibson. He rifles one. It's intercepted. Picked up by Javon Holland. And he will bring it back. It's a pick six and a Dolphins touchdown. So this defense doubling its pleasure there. Remember, they had the fumble return for a score earlier in the game, and now this time an interception return for another score. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And they open the lead up now to 25. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This is taken just shy of the 10. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game, and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're used to touching the football that makes big plays and give them that opportunity to maybe wake up everyone else.
And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. 60 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far. Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. They find some open field here. Touchdown, New Orleans. A great effort there. His second touchdown on the season. And the Saints are able to cut into this deficit here in the final minute of the third. So there, Charles, I mean, a situation where it didn't matter how far he had to run, he was not going to be denied, and he winds up taking this all the way to the end zone. They'll try and throw for it. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
I don't know about you, but I can't wait for a few years of two-point tries and see what the data tells us, because a lot of teams want to throw the ball in this situation, this time unsuccessfully. I just wonder if maybe running the ball might be the way to go.
With it moved up from the 3 to the 2, you would think maybe a few more attempts at running.
I think stats over time may bear out that running the ball will at least be the equal of throwing it in that situation.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the third quarter. Your 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
They run with Spiller. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. Oh, leaves him behind on the spin. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Well, clear running situation. Try to take time off the clock. He ran the previous play. Set that play action up nicely.
Boy, did they ever, because they'd shown the ability to run the football. So now you lose your keys as a defense. You dive for the running play, and they hit them over the top.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. But down here near the goal line, you don't think of a cornerback in run coverage, but he made the stop.
Yeah, most of the cornerbacks we know, they want to be those pass defenders and take away one half of the field. But the best ones in the game.
And this is going to be intercepted. Good positioning, and it's picked off. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line. He got out of the pocket there, was wondering what he was going to do with it, but I think he was calling, his receiver was calling for the ball, wasn't he?
He certainly was. The problem, he called for it too late, and when he delivered, they were all over him in the secondary and came up with the interception.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. To throw again, Gibson. They'll get this out to Kamara. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means they have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short.
A gain of 3. It's 4th down.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. It's Williams on the catch. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Now a handoff as they run left side. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Saints have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. So a little bit of a letdown there defensively. I mean, look, you're still 2 scores to the good, CD, but things may be a little more uncomfortable than they had hoped.
Yeah, if you kept them out of the end zone there, this game's over. You've locked the door on them. Instead, it's still open a little bit, and they've got a puncher's chance.
Now the Saints offense will remain on the field and go for 2. They're going to try and run. And he will find the end zone again. So he gets the touchdown and the 2-point conversion. And they'll cut this deficit down a little bit further. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Well, don't look now, but they've got a little bit of a battle on their hands again. Back to a 2-score game. The interception that led to a touchdown. You'd have to think they're a little more careful here if they do indeed try to throw the football.
Yeah, and I was a little surprised by the last throw. You know, that type of throw in this type of a game, I'm going to be very careful about it. Maybe the only throw you make is maybe a toss to your halfback or something like that. Otherwise, Otherwise, take care of the thing and finish this bad boy off.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Here's Tua. Rush coming, and he's taken down. The corner blitz gets there as he goes down for a loss of 7. And his defense here going to burn their second timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning. A hole to dig out of here, 2nd and 17. Another try after the first down sack. Tua. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. That one looks like he'll throw here. He sets to fire deep. And this is taken in at the 5. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Jalen Waddle, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Dolphins are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this 4th quarter lead. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the lead is up to 18 now.
Saints 17.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
25-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. It's now appearing that this losing streak is going to continue. You know, the coaching staff was confident that this was going to be the game to stem the tide, but that just has not been the case.
A gain of 10 yards.
Again, this is Kamara, and he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Back to throw. Gibson. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked off at the 40. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Dolphins touchdown.
Well, there's just about a minute left in this game, and they're still taking it into the end zone. And you know they could have taken a knee there, but they decided to play this one all the way out. And I think their philosophy is, we're going to give you everything we've got. If we just go ahead and take a knee now, we're actually showing you disrespect that way, like taking pity on you. They're not about to do that to their opponent.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left, because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it, because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now, and if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
We'll see how they handle the waning moments of this one. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Gibson. And for the fourth time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off at the 45. And a great return as he gets this all the way down close to the 30-yard line. Count them now, 6 interceptions between last week and this week. Now, the 3 picks last week helped him to a win. They're in the driver's seat once more.
And they're the ones that are doing all the leading, aren't they? Right? The 3 interceptions last week, that led to a victory. 3 interceptions so far in this game, that has them out in front. We often think of the offense driving things. In this case, it's the defense, not just holding teams, but creating big plays for themselves.
This is caught by Evans. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. And now we'll get a timeout here. They're able to stop it with 1 second to go in this game. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll take this for a short gain on what will prove to be the final play of this ball game. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can